students. My name is Dheeraj. I am a science teacher from Greenland Convent School, Sector 32, Ludhiana. Today we are going to start a new chapter of class 10, chapter 13, magnetic effects of electric current. Before starting this chapter, one should know what is magnet. A magnet is a substance which attract iron or substances made up by iron. So this is a bar magnet having two poles, north and south. This is north pole, this is south pole, and this is a magnetic compass. So the region around a magnet where the force of attraction or repulsion of a magnet can be detected is magnetic field. In this region, the force of attraction or repulsion is detected only by the compass needle. So magnetic field around a magnet can be detected by using a compass. Now, magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines are the path around a magnet along which north pole of a magnet compass needle tends to move. Magnetic field lines are the curved line where the force of attraction can be drawn through a line. Like it can also be observed by moving a magnet compass around a magnet, like this picture. You see north, south. Magnetic field line starts from this and ends at south pole. Now, properties of magnetic field lines. So, first property of magnetic field lines: the magnetic field lines merge at north pole and merge at south pole. As you see that magnetic field line starts from north and ends at south. Second property is the magnetic field lines are close at poles. As you see that these are poles, north and south pole. So magnetic field lines are here close. Third one is magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. Why? Two magnetic lines of force never intersect each other, because if two lines intersect each other, it means at that point of intersection the magnetic field lines has two directions, which is not possible. That is why magnetic field lines never intersect each other. Next topic is magnetic field lines due to a current carrying state conductor. It means if you pass a current through a state conductor, a magnetic field is developed around that conductor. How? This shows a conductor carrying current has magnetic field around this. This is a state conductor, and when electric current is passed through it, a magnetic field is settled around that magnet. If the direction of current is from north to south, then deflection of the magnetic needle is towards east, and if the direction of the current is from south to north, then the deflection of the needle is towards. It can be observed by passing a current from a state conductor through a cardboard and sprinkling iron filling on it. If you sprinkle iron filling around that wire, then they form in the form of a concentric circle. They settle themselves around the wire through a concentric circle. So now the rule to find the direction of magnetic field in case of current carrying state conductor. The name of the rule is right hand thumb rule. This rule states that like this: if thumb shows the direction of electric current, then the curved finger shows the direction of magnetic field. See, like this. Thumb shows the direction of current. Now the curved finger shows the direction of magnetic field. It means if current is upward direction, then the direction of magnetic field is anti-clockwise. And second case, if the direction of the current is downward, then the direction of magnetic field will be clockwise direction. This is known as right hand thumb rule. This rule states if current carrying conductor is held in the right hand such that thumb points in the direction of current, then the fingers wrapped around the conductor shows the direction of magnetic field. Now next topic is same. If a state conductor is changed into circular loop, then the strength of magnetic field will increase. So when a current is passed through a circular conductor or loop, the magnetic field produced is in the form of concentric circle around the conductor. Towards the center, the circle becomes larger and appears as straight line. It means at the center, the magnetic field lines are uniform. Next is solenoid. Solenoid is a circular coil of wire in the shape of a cylinder. When current flows through a solenoid, it behaves like a bar magnet. And the end of solenoid behaves like the north and south pole of a magnet. This will be explained by this diagram. As you see that this is a solenoid having shape of a tight spring, having two ends. One end is connected to battery positive terminal and other end is connected to other terminal that is negative. Now what is the direction of electric current? The direction of electric current is from positive to negative, as it shows by this. This is positive terminal. The direction of current will be from positive to negative direction. Now to find the north and south pole in the case of solenoid, we use clock rule. Now first, what is clock rule? The clock rule states, looking at the face of the coil, if current flows through clockwise direction, then the end is south pole. If current flow anti-clockwise direction, then the end is north pole. You see, this current is flowing like this. So at this end, the current will flow clockwise direction. It means this is south pole, and in this case, the current will flow in anti-clockwise direction. So this end is north pole. Now properties like the strength, the magnetic field produced by solenoid is similar to magnetic field produced by like a bar magnet. Now the strength of magnetic field depends upon the strength of current. As there is more current, more strong will be the magnet, and the number of turns. You see, these are number of turns. So magnetic field also depends upon number of turns. As the number of turns are more will be the magnetic field. Now the next topic is electromagnet. Now electromagnet means if a soft iron bar is kept inside the solenoid carrying current, it behaves like a magnet. Such magnets are known as electromagnet. See, this is soft iron, this is a solenoid, and soft iron bar is kept inside the solenoid. So when current is passed through this solenoid, that soft iron bar behaves like a magnet. If this is known as temporary magnet, if you want to convert this into permanent, in place of this soft iron, you have to use steel so that it becomes a permanent magnet. Next is when force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. This was first observed by A.M. Ampere. Suggested that if a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field and exerts a force on a magnet, then magnet should also exert force on a current carrying conductor. This can be explained by this activity. Like if you took an aluminum rod and attach it with a battery. Now place a horseshoe magnet such that it is perpendicular to the aluminum wire. So if aluminum rod is suspended horizontally by a wire between poles of a horseshoe magnet and a current is passed through the wire, then this aluminum rod is displaced either in upward direction or downward direction. If the direction of current is reversed, then the displacement is also reversed. The force exerted is maximum if the conductor is perpendicular to the magnet. Now to find in which direction that aluminum wire will move upward or downward. This can be explained by using Fleming left hand rule. Now, what is Fleming left hand rule? First of all, you stretch your left hand such that thumb, first finger or forefinger and central finger are perpendicular to each other, such that central finger shows the direction of electric current and first finger shows the direction of magnetic field. Then this thumb shows the direction of force or motion. This thumb shows in which direction this aluminum wire will move. That is known as Fleming left hand rule. It states if we hold the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of the left hand perpendicular to each other such that forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field, the middle finger points in the direction of current, then thumb shows the direction of motion or force of the conductor. Now, next one is electric motor. Electric motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Now, on what principle electric motor depends? This electric motor depends upon the principle of when a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, a force will produce. So, the construction of electric motor. Now, in this electric motor there are two strong magnets, north and south pole, and an armature coils. There are two slip rings, split rings, and two carbon brushes made up of graphite. This split ring is also known as commutator. Its function is to reverse the direction of electric current after every half rotation. Now, this is battery is attached. This battery provides this current to armature coil, and by applying Fleming left hand rule. Now you have to apply Fleming left hand rule in this armature coil. The direction of current is from positive to negative, as it is shown by this. This is positive to negative. Current will flow in the circuit. Now, by applying Fleming left hand rule, this coil will move in upward direction and this coil move in downward direction. Now the working of electric motor is shown by this activity. As you see, this armature coils is rotated like this. The direction of magnetic field is from north to south, as this is shown by this, and this magnetic field and armature coils are perpendicular to each other, such that maximum force will produce in electric motor. Now, what are the uses of electric motor? Where we use electric motor? First of all, in electric fan, in electric grinder, in electric washing machine. These are all the uses of electric motor. Next is electromagnetic induction. This phenomenon was given by Michael Faraday. The motion of a magnet with respect to coil or change in the magnetic field induce a potential difference in the coil and produces induced current. This is known as electromagnetic induction. The current will induce by moving this bar magnet inside the coil or towards away from the coil. What happens when you move this magnet inside the coil? When this magnet move inside the coil, there will be increase in the magnetic field lines, so an induced current will be produced. And now what happens if this bar magnet moves away from the coil? Then there is decrease in the magnetic field lines. So again magnetic field lines decreases, so again induced current will be produced. Now what happens if you had stationary this bar magnet inside a coil? Now there will be no induced current will be produced. Why? Because when you had stationary a bar magnet inside a coil, there will be no change in magnetic field lines, so hence there will be no induced current. Next is Fleming right hand rule. To find the direction of induced current is given by Fleming right hand rule. Now what is framing right hand rule? Stretch your right hand such that thumb, first finger and central finger are perpendicular to each other. Then this thumb shows the direction of motion, first finger shows the direction of magnetic field, and the central finger shows the direction of induced current produced in the coil. Next one is electric generator. Now what is electric generator? Electric generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Now on what principle it depends? It is based on the principle of electromagnetic induction. There are two types of electric generator. One is AC generator, second one is DC generator. Now what is AC generator? AC generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy in the form of alternating current. Now DC generator is which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy in the form of direct current. Now first of all we will see what is AC generator. Construction of AC generator is AC generator consists of armature coil, this with having slip ring. This is first slip ring, this is other one slip ring. These slip ring are attached to a brushes, carbon brushes B1 and B2, and these brushes are connected with a galvanometer, and these armature coils are placed between magnet. Now why this galvanometer is attached? Because function of galvanometer is to find the direction of electric current in the circuit. Now this is an axle which is used to rotate this armature coil. Now working of this AC generator, when you rotate this armature coil in this direction, then an induced current will be produced. The direction of induced current again can be shown by Fleming right hand rule. So by applying Fleming right hand rule, in this case you can find the direction of induced current. Now DC generator. So if you replace this slip ring with split ring, then you can change AC generator into DC generator. Now how can we change AC generator into DC generator? We can change AC generator into DC generator by replacing these slip ring by using split ring. Next is direct and alternating current, also known as DC and AC. So first, direct current. A current that always flow in one direction is called direct current. The current we get from a battery is a direct current. Now the sources of DC are DC generator and a dry cell or photovoltaic cell. The frequency of DC is 0 Hz. Next is alternating current. A current that reverses its direction periodically is called alternating current. Most power stations in our country produce AC. AC change direction every 1/100 seconds and its frequency is 50 Hz in India. In other countries it may be varies. Now advantages of AC or DC. As you know that AC can be transmitted over a long distances, but DC cannot. Now what is the disadvantages of AC or DC? Means AC cannot be used for electroplating. Only DC can be used in the process of electroplating. These are the graph between current and time. This is the graph for DC and this is the graph for AC. So today we have learned about magnetic field around the state conductor, circular coil and solenoid. And we have learned about magnetic field, electric motor, electric generator and AC and Desi. Thank you and have a nice day.